Kareem Ali TV.
So where you from, brother?
From the Virgin Islands.
And what was it theologically that caused you to make the decision to decide to become a Muslim?
I guess, you know, I had like a few experiences, you know, talking to different Muslims, and my wife now, who I met at that time, was a Muslim. So, you know, at the time I just wanted to learn more. So I, you know, read some books, you know, that she gave me. I went to a masjid a couple of times, and, you know, after, you know, talking with everybody, and, you know, I just felt it, you know, it just felt right. You know, I was a Christian before, it didn't feel right.
Why didn't it feel right? What was it about Christianity that turned you off for?
I don't know, it just didn't have a connection. It didn't feel real to me. It felt like it was all about something else other than you know, God, period, Allah. It didn't feel like it was about that when I was, you know, studying Christianity at the time. So
how long have you been a Muslim now?
About 3 years now.
Kareem Ali TV. Assalamu alaikum to everybody out there watching. I did this video, it's like a little, to call it a documentary would be too ambitious, but I want to talk to some people, some Muslim people who weren't always Muslim all their lives, who reverted to Islam. And so different people have different stories and reasons why that they made their reversion. And in Islam we say you reverted to Islam because being a Muslim simply comes from the Arabic root word mu'min, which means believer. And so even as a child, you always believed in one God. You believed in the oneness of God. It was your parents and whoever else that taught you otherwise and taught you to worship things other than the one who created you. So this is why we use the term reverted. But I want to talk to some people and see their take on why they decided to become Muslim. How long have you actually been Muslim?
Let's see, it's been, well, I became Muslim when I was 15, I'm 37 now. It's been a long time.
And what's changed for you since you've been Muslim? I mean, something that's kept you in the faith. Has anything, the way that you view Islam, is it different now from the way it was when you first took your Shahada?
Yeah, I mean, when I first became Muslim, everything was magical. Like wudu was just the coolest thing I've ever seen, you know, that kind of stuff. And I guess as you go along, being a Muslim in America, everybody comes. I think everybody comes to a stage where it kind of gets stale, so they go looking for something else, and that's where they either join like the Sufis or the Salafis or Shia or something. But, so I've been through those stages too. I've been a Salafi for a little while. I've been a Sufi for a while. Now I'm kind of like in the middle ground. And Islam, you know, Islam has given me the faith to accept whatever happens. It's the will of Allah, and you know, knowing that He's the most wise, the most generous. He doesn't just torture people, you know, basically, which a lot of I guess non-religious people think, you know, oh, I'm just being tortured. So I guess it has made me a lot calmer, allowed me to accept things in life.
What was the biggest change that you had to make when you decided to become Muslim? Whether your life was different now than that wasn't the same way before?
Pray more now. Before, I never used to pray before I became a Muslim. It was like I prayed twice a year before. You know, that's a big change. You know, you have to pray every day.
And what have you taken a Muslim name for yourself? Many Muslims, they change their name to.
Yeah, everybody knows me as Jafar.
Meaning, what does Jafar mean?
I think it means like a small river in the desert. You know, the literal translation. I guess among the Arabs, water was important, so that had a good meaning. But
and what was your name before?
My name was Jeffrey Miller.
And your nationality is?
My nationality is American, white American.
Was your wife at the time, was she a big influence in getting you into Islam, or was it something that you, was it because of her or the people you met, or was it something that you read specifically that said this is what I believe, that struck a chord with you?
It's more, you know, what I read and experiences I've had with different people. They kind of, you know, you just get a feeling like, deep down inside, like, this makes sense.
Does anyone find it weird or off-putting that you're actually a white Muslim?
Well, when I first became Muslim, I was the only white Muslim in my hometown for a long time, you know, for like about 7 years. And in my town, there were a lot of the 5%ers in the Nation of Islam. So they would get into, you know, they like to have these big convoluted arguments where they dropping all these phrases and the so-called scientific, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, you know, I don't know what they're talking about half the time. But occasionally it would become physical. I've had some physical confrontations, mostly with the 5%ers, the Nation of Islam people would just try to have ideological battles with me. But you know, I was like, other than that, no, not really. I didn't have any problem from any other kind of people saying, you know, I'd say I'm Muslim. They're like, oh, that's nice. You know, I never had any, you know, white people saying, oh, we're gonna disown you, you know, or like.
For a large part, your family basically accepted it. They were okay with it.
Yeah, my mother was all right with it, and my sisters didn't really care one way or another. So.
Now, what about your family before? Did they have a problem with your reversion to Islam? Because if they were Christians as you were a Christian, did they take issue with the fact that you decided to accept another faith?
The only person I think had a issue was probably my mom, because she goes to church all the time. You know, she was like, does that mean you don't believe in Jesus? You know?
Right.
You know, so I kind of had to give her some literature and stuff.
Is she fine with it now that were you able to explain it to her?
Yeah, she's good now. You know, she don't have any issues.
But everyone else accepted it, your brothers, sisters?
Yeah, my brothers did. They don't...
It doesn't matter to them one way or another.
You know.
What's in the Virgin Islands? Is there a Muslim community in the Virgin Islands, or are they mostly Christians or something other?
Well, I haven't been to the Virgin Islands in like 4 or 5 years.
When you were younger, though?
When I was younger, no, not really. Maybe a handful of people. I think it's larger now, because I've heard rumors about stuff, but not really anything concrete to say that I know there's a big community or small.
Okay. What religion is your family mostly? They're mostly Methodists?
Well, that's what we were raised as, but they're pretty much, I guess, agnostic now. They don't believe in God, but they're not religious.
And they haven't taken your example at all? Is that something that's important?
My older sister, she knows a lot about Islam. She had a Muslim roommate. Okay. And when I call her, she says Assalamu alaikum, and she says that good too. She says like a real Muslim. So she knows that, you know, don't cook no pork for me and a lot of things like that. So, you know, I'm working on it.
What were the biggest changes you had to make in your life when you became Muslim?
Biggest changes were like, I miss pork chops, I know that. So I can remember the taste of pork chops. So that was it. Other than that, you know, the Christmas, missing Christmas. I really missed Halloween. I love Halloween more than any other holiday. So that was a little troublesome for me. And I had a dog too. People always say, oh, you can't have that dog in your house. You can't pray with the dog. So I would just put the dog on my room. So there wasn't really any like dramatic, life-shattering changes for me. You know, I didn't get disowned by anybody. I didn't have to quit my job or lose friends or nothing like that. Because actually, most of my friends were already Muslim even before I became Muslim. So that's really how I learned about Islam.
You're out here in the Adams Center in Northern Virginia at the local Mash It Out DC Muslim brothers and sisters coming out. One of the misconceptions about Islam is that Islam was spread by the sword, which is almost totally false. If that's true, I always ask critics that what Islamic war is being fought right now in the United States and Europe and the Western world that's causing so many people to convert. Another thing people say all the time is that Islam is oppressive to women. But if Islam is so oppressive to women, then why are so many women reverting every day, especially in Europe? Why are so many Caucasian women coming over to Islam if this is something that's so oppressive? Of having a show of modesty and chastity and something that's going to improve your life and give you a deeper spiritual connection with your Creator. How is that oppressing you in any way? So you see some of the people on here, they speak about that, but that's just one of the things I want to talk about. So why did you decide to become Muslim?
I decided to become Muslim because I really identified with the teachings, and I felt that Islam had this logic out of the different religions that I studied a couple of different religions, and I was on my path to find my own spiritual identity. And out of all the religions that I studied, Islam was the only one to me that made sense and that had logic applied to it, as well as a good moral foundation. And once I started to study it, after a while I found that I couldn't deny the teachings that were presented to me. So then I said, okay, I have to embrace this wholeheartedly. Because once something is in your heart, you can't deny it, you can't turn it.
What was it theologically that you felt brought you to Islam that was different from the other religions? Was it a difference specifically?
A lot of differences. Number one, the fact that Islam places emphasis on one God. I never quite got with the Trinity. I never understood it. To this day, I don't understand it. When people try to explain it to me, I don't understand it. So the one God concept to me was a big deal. Also, the sensationalism and the over emotionalism of the churches pushed me away, like going to churches and seeing people screaming and shouting and hollering. It didn't do anything for me at all whatsoever. So going to Juma for the first time and hearing the khutbah and sitting quietly and being taught versus being screamed and hollered at really resonated with me, because I'm one that likes to be taught. I don't like to be screamed at. And I feel like a lot of the things that people do in churches, they do for show, and they do to be seen by other people.
So it was a religious experience, the experience of Islam that kind of made you feel more comfortable with the culture. You didn't like the culture of Christian. I'm assuming you were a Christian before.